Welcome back. Welcome back to another installment of Wind Down Wednesday. Installment, waited for it, 48. I'm saying, welcome back to installment 48. Well, what do we have here? I was like, why this? But anyway, first things what we gotta do before we get into today's installment is what we drinking on. You know what I'm saying? What we drinking on today? We got we're going a little light today. Monaco watermelon crush. Last week we did water. We had an ice cold cup of water, man, and then we got lime crush Monaco. You know what I'm saying? So we got Monacos today. So go ahead. You know what we gotta do? First sips. Go ahead and crack it open. Let's take first sips together. Oh yeah, I'll let y'all hear the song of the week.
Two hands up, we froze that bitch. Two hands up, we froze that bitch. Two hands up, we froze that bitch. Up, down, left, right, cold that bitch. Up, down, left, right, cold that bitch. Sub-zero, I'm froze, little bitch. Act like I don't know that bitch.
All right, with some good sips in. So let's get into today's episode. Today, we're gonna be, where two is over here. Just to let you know. Oh, well, give me the watermelon then. No, nigga. They don't work like this. But, anyway, today we're going to be talking about the importance of networking. I met a real cool guy yesterday. I'm not going to say his name for personal reasons. I mean, for private reasons. I don't like putting people's names out there that ain't comfortable with it. He might check it out. He might, you know what I'm saying? You might see him coming. You might not. But, anyway. He's a real cool dude. He actually a year younger than me, surprising, 21. But he got his head on straight and he headed to the right direction of what he wanted to do. Especially following his father's footsteps of wanting to retire. He wanted to retire by 26 and his father retired by 45, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I say this to say that about the importance of networking because you never know who you'll run into. Me working, I'll just say what it is, Home Depot, because I doubt if they even find this channel. But me working Home Depot, day in and day out, I get to meet a lot of different people from all different backgrounds. I had an older guy today talking about if you want to keep a garage door, he told me he kept this garage door for 37 years using this 3-in-1 garage spray can and you spray on all the moving parts. You know what I'm saying? You can get wisdom and knowledge from anybody as long as you pay attention, absorb it, and apply it to how it best fits your life. You know what I'm saying? Oh, excuse me. Now, of course, I done used plenty of advice of like what jobs to go for, what to do, the working field, stuff like that. Oh, and quick note, you know what I'm saying? Before we get any deep further, I just remember what. But we will be having a 314 day episode coming out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I had one. I don't know where the old one went. I could like when we do the episode tomorrow, I'll show y'all a picture, a screenshot from that. But man, I really missed that video, dog. I wish I really posted it. That was like 2 years ago. I didn't do one last year for the simple fact of, I really was doing something else. Hands tied up, but yeah. Happy 314 day. Of course, we go into more to that tomorrow, but yeah. Tomorrow is gonna be basically about we basically do like some history about St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? We're going, and then we'll show you the most notable people that come from St. Louis. Chingy, Nelly, just to name a few. Shmino, Sexy Red. Those just a few, and that's just people that are in music. We got entertainers. I'm not claiming Sexual the Entertainer. I don't know. As much as he claims St. Louis, that nigga's from Independence, Missouri. That man is from Independence, Missouri. But anyway, yeah. So we'll go into that and some more notable things and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So the point of networking and stuff like that is to build connections because you never know when you'll need these people, right? So just like some things. So we talked about a lot, you know what I'm saying? We had a good conversation. It was about 45 minutes to an hour, I believe. But we were sitting there chopping up, going back and forth. sharing different things, and he told me the one question he'd asked, like he asked the other people that he's around, is that what is your definition of success? And I told him straight up, I like said, for me, shit, it's my legacy. Like it's the time of like building a family. You know what I'm saying? Working hard now, I can retire early. So when I do have a family, shit, I'm spending all of my time with them. They'll be like, damn, daddy ain't never got to work. Now I'll show you why I ain't never got to work, or teach you exactly why I ain't got to work and stuff like that. So definitely more so along the lines of that, I want to spend time, build a legacy, and just let it be passed down from generation to generation. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, yes, when my kids do get older, they probably see this and be like, this would be like, basically be like a history timeline for them. They see a bunch of stories and a bunch of different things that happened in my life, a bunch of different things I talked about. So they'll be able to understand the world a little bit more as they get older, you know what I'm saying, through the channel. So, you know, I'm gonna still be doing this forever. I mean, this is just something I do in my leisure time, so I don't really care if I don't make money or do make money on it. This is not my main source of income or anything. It's just a place to share my thoughts, you know what I'm saying, network, opportunities, stuff like that. But anyway, like I said, going back to it, so I told him mine. So he goes on and tells me his definition of success, and it was his definition. I'm not gonna butcher this a little bit. Like I said, if he sees this, he'll be able to probably tell you guys a little bit more in the comment. But he was basically saying his definition, the gist of it, the overall of it, is that the time that you know what I'm saying, is basically his success was based off how much time that you can accumulate to use doing the stuff that you're passionate about, that the stuff that you want to build towards or use, you know what I'm saying. It's not about the money, it's not about the what is it? The jobs, the careers, nothing like that. It's about how much time can he curate, you know what I'm saying, to put towards like being with family or doing what he wants to do specifically, creating passive income or cash flow, or you know, positive cash flow for him to happen to get the free time to do whatever he wants. Cause time is the value. And that's what before we got to that, I asked him a question. Well, I didn't ask him a question. I was like, this is a typical question that I ask most people that, like, and then it's like I told him, we talk about a lot of harsh realities and stuff over here, hard truths and stuff. But, excuse me. I basically was like, most people, when I asked them, I was like, who is your God? Most people would, you know, say they'd go in and represent and say who's their God, this and that. And then I'll be following it up like, so why is it that you do the certain things you do? Oh, well, it's to make more money. It's to do this to do with money, or whatever to do with money. So technically, most people's God is money, and people don't want to admit that. But that's what most people are. Like most people that's on Instagram, Twitters, like different social medias, it don't matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? Most people's guys is money. And people don't want to admit that until it's too late, you know what I'm saying? Until they didn't spend all this time trying to create and make money and never had time to spend it or enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the people that constantly do, and the avenues they go to get this type of money, whether it be illegal, you know what I'm saying, barely illegal, or just borderline, just extreme illegal, you know what I'm saying? They do all of that extreme activity just to get the money, just to go turn around and blow it on something that's just, you know, that's materialistic, you know what I'm saying? So that's to me, that means that is your God. If you allow money to do that to you, you know what I'm saying, to let you to be materialistic, like, oh, I gotta have this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But if I don't get these shit, I'm gonna go and take them from somebody else, or I'm gonna go and take somebody's life over them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that is truly most people's idols out here, and people don't want to admit that. And that's what the whole thing of it is today, you know what I'm saying? The quick money, the fast money and stuff like that, it's cool, but money comes and goes, but your time is forever. So using your time as the actual value of what your money is, you know what I'm saying, that can help you, that can kind of get you to understand, well, like, maybe I should want to do something else or do something different in my life, you know what I'm saying? So we had got into the whole conversation of going in back and forth, and His dad, him telling me about construction, the stuff, and me giving him, telling him more so about like the cryptos and the stock market and stuff like that, and what I talk about over here on this channel. You know what I'm saying? So it was a great networking opportunity. You know what I'm saying? We can do a lift in the morning, afternoon, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we get a lift in together, kind of get more ideas, bounce off. And the whole point of this conversation is to surround people that you see yourself being in the future, you know what I'm saying? Or that you would like to grow with in the future, you know what I'm saying? Surround yourself with people that are like-minded, that are willing to take the risk, that want to do the hard work now and then reap the benefits later, and not the people that want to do the fast, easy money shit and then reap the consequences later, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a flip side to both of this, you know what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to truly understand like what it is that you guys are looking for or what you're looking forward to, you know what I'm saying? Like my guys Bray, Mari, Pluto, Black Yoshi, all them guys, you know what I'm saying? All the guys that I play music in the background. A lot of them found that passion, the music is their passion. So most of them make music together. They produce for each other or they produce for themselves, you know what I'm saying? They been more multifaceted. They trying to hone on their craft because that's something they want to get into. And of course they be having the occasional merch sales and stuff like that and other videos and I do other stuff for other people, you know, expanding your portfolio. But they always working within their inner circle with them guys. That's what I can truly absorb from them, is that they work with the inner circle. Like they'll work within each other. They use each other's beats. You know, Jerry's Wave, he's a big producer for them. He did plenty of songs for Pluto when this was like back when we was in the hotel days. This was like 2020, 2021, you know what I'm saying? Corona time. I'm glad I didn't say the other one because they been flagging a lot of them videos saying this shit. But yeah, it's just the different levels, the different communities that you can bring together and commit. And I want my platform to be where all the communities come from, whether you rainbow, you know what I'm saying, whether you music, whether you're an artist, whether you're a gun person, you know what I'm saying? I want this to be the level playing ground to where like when you get on here, you're human. Yeah, feelings is a thing, but at the end of the day, we moving off of logic. Logically, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff just, you know, doesn't fit logically, but we can all accept each other's different characteristics, different outcomes, different ways that we look at these things. So this is why it's good to network. You get different perspectives, you get different type of help, you get different ways of looking at how you can make that same dollar. You know, he was telling me about the IT field. Like I said, the conversation we had, I'm gonna just call him E for right now. E. The conversation me and E had, he was in IT services and sales, and then you gotta learn sales to get up in his company basically. So and then you get commission based off how much you make past your sales or whatever. Whenever you hit your goal, then past that you can make more money on top of it. So it's another hustle and stuff like that. And then you also do subcontracting, which I'm definitely will be hitting him about in the future. You know, these are just some things that, like I say, you would never know when you'll need these guys. My boy A in New Orleans, I kid you not, me and old babes, we was able to get like these $250 tickets and wristbands. I just called him up ahead of time, said, yo, we'll be down here. Is it something to do on a Saturday or whatever? I didn't know he was at the gig, so he was just like, no, I'll come through, I got you, I'll put your name on the list, whatever. He got us together and everything. Man, that was the day she fell in love with champagne, Wycliffe specifically, but you know, I don't know where the fuck you find that shit is, so but yeah, that was we still got the videos from that, but the place he got us in, we was able to do a little bit, it was a little bit different wave than just Bourbon Street. You know what I'm saying? The clubs and stuff like that. So, and then he is a little older guy. He's in his 40s. He took me under his wing when I came into Lowe's, cause he just felt something about me like I wasn't taking no bullshit at no job. So, and he was giving me the whole rundown of what the store manager was doing, the other store managers, and how they come in and be sneaking on him and all this stuff. And when I say him, I mean the store manager of Lowe's at the time. This was store 1877. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can look it up and I was 10 minutes around there every morning, and I was in fulfillment. I started off in receiving in the back. That's how me and him got close. He literally watched me teach myself on this forklift, on the reach. Like, he seen my progression through those. I taught myself on the Ballymore, the OP. Like, I just got on, just started tweaking, just messing with the buttons, seeing what they do, in that small space back there, because you didn't have to have no spot in the back of the stove, back behind everything. So, yeah, it's and he also gave me different pointers on 401k and investments and different types of ways to look at going around and building. And just like, he just was working just because he wanted to, he didn't have to at that point. He in his mid-40s and didn't have to work. He set his money up so well, he didn't even have to work if he didn't want to. And so that was another kickstart for me that changed my mind into like doing like more of the hands-on stuff first, because you can accumulate a bunch of, I don't say a bunch, but you create a lot of tools from that. And when I mean by tools, I mean money. You can create a lot of tools and use those tools to turn them into employees. You can turn those tools into employees, to where they work on themselves and they fix themselves. They mechanically work on themselves. This is how I break down and think and analyze stuff when it comes to money, finance, and stuff like that. Because this is just how I see things moving for me personally. You gotta come up with your own way of seeing things, because that's the only way you will be able to break down and interpret what you see and how you make it see fit for your life. So, what I might be saying might sound like complete gibberish to y'all, and what y'all might say might be complete gibberish to me, but we might still be on the same point without knowing it. We do it all the time as humans. We'll be on the same point saying two different things, but we on the same point. It's just human nature. It's just the way you interpret things and how you see things. That's why networking is also a good benefit, because you can see through different lenses. You can look at different opportunities without actually having to experience that opportunity. You be like, okay, well, he did that. Let me try something different to get a different result from what he did. It's a numbers game, basically. Just up and down, Just take risk, calculated risk. That's what I like to call them, calculated risk. Don't take no risk that you can't handle or can't stomach 2-3 years from now, or 6 months from now, or the next day, the next hour. Don't just be throwing all your tools in one basket. Try something first. Try with a little something. See if you like it, if you enjoy it, throw a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? It's like fishing. Cast out, you try to get some, all right, you got some little something. You try again, you be like, well, you keep getting the little small things, well, let me change up the bait a little bit. Maybe you get a little chicken liver, bam, now you're getting something a little bit bigger, or something different. You might be getting like a bluegill or crappie or whatever. You can get different things, a bass, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but those are just the ones that I'm with, that I come up with. But yeah, absorb these older heads too. They have a lot to talk about, a lot of stories, and learn from their stories. Don't listen to what they say and tune it out. Learn from the stories and what they did inside. Yeah, some of them might be funny, but some of those stories have like hidden meanings in it if you listen closely enough to them. Yeah. Like, I had this older guy that I work with in my department, and he'll tell me all the time, like, he lifted a golf cart, and he said that golf cart get him more places than an ATV or UTV did. And he'll put it on the back of his trailer, go out when deer hunting, or go out when he's duck hunting, doing hunting season, whatever, fishing. Got the van, converted the van, chilling back there with the beers down at the lake. So there's more than one way to get to to get to these different places. It's just up to you if you're willing to experience them. So, like I said, I encourage all of you guys to go out, meet somebody new on a day-to-day basis. It can be a short-term thing. It can be a long-term thing. Just keep networking. Keep knowing who you can rely on or call on to when you need something. You never know when you might need that next job, or might need a promotion, or might need just a helping hand. Like, you might know somebody that could get you a digger or an excavator. You could borrow their equipment for a little bit cheaper than they would do for somebody else. Just because you help them out, they help you out. You know, you might go over there and know something a little bit they might not be expertise in. They'll call you up and you go over there and help them out. You know, maybe a couple beers later, you know, it is what it is. So network constantly. I believe that's what the put on notice page really is turning into. It's going to be turned into a one big network mesh. Because I feel like everybody that's on it should go in and message some of these other creators. Because I think that'll be the way to where we can really get connected to our community. We can build a community from that. You know, we'll never know what builders, constructor workers we come into, like people that wrap cars, people that build cars. Like, I feel like this would be the prime thing for our generation, Gen Z, I believe, my generation. You know, I think this would be a prime opportunity to take advantage of and to reach out and connect with each other. Yeah, we got plenty of photographers, music makers, stuff like that. But let's also reach out to those people that's in gunsmithing. You know, they might give us a little bit more education on how to handle guns, control guns, stuff like that. Then we can also reach out to people that's in construction, the younger folks that's in construction, that's long from these older heads. They can put up a house in 15 minutes or 2 weeks or a month. You know, they can build your house and you give them the bread instead because you feel more accomplished knowing that you did it with somebody that you know that can do a good job versus going with somebody else. You feel me? Calculated risk. You know, it's the calculated risk in networking with people. And I'm not saying you got to go out and talk to everybody and be like, oh, hey, this is my name, this is my number here. Let's be friends and talk. Nah. Just start off with a conversation lightly. And the more somebody is sharing for you and you share a little bit more, y'all start to see pathways fall in line and connect. You know, maybe talk to them here and there. They'll go catch up with them and on what books they reading or whatever. Pick their brain a little bit sometimes. You never know how well that would benefit you or how well you might be helping them out or helping other people out, you know, by just spreading information, spreading self-awareness, knowledge, you know, sharing these things. So keep it up with that. On a lighter note, we're gonna get into, I want to get y'all back to the song of the day. You know, we're gonna recap, you know, KOD Freestyle featuring Marco Plus by Marithakidd. I keep reading it like that because of Apple Music, but it's KOD Freestyle by Marithakidd featuring Marco Plus. But they got like a joint, it's a joint EP. They got 2 songs, and the other one is City of Atlanta that they got together. So I suggest y'all go check that out. Ooh, excuse me. Something burning? But yeah. This week's word of the week, I have to do, let's see, Descry. Let me make sure I'm saying that right, cause shit. Let me see. Describe. That's what it is. Describe. This week's word of the week is describe. No, it's a verb and it's catch sight of. You know. So, keep reading. Keep expanding your vocabulary. Keep listening to my guys. Check out the names in the description. They on all platforms. You can find them on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. You can find these people all over. Stay in tune for Thursday's episode, March 14th, you know, 314 day. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Oh, let's take one more big sip. You know I ain't sipping in between, but let's take our last big sip together. I gotta get a real studio. I gotta get a true studio, and I need to get a new set. But it just, I know y'all heard that. I'll catch y'all in the next one. God damn, my luck is bad.